You and I can't control what's going on with the coronavirus. We can't predict what's going to happen or what the eventual results are going to be. Yet, what we can do is focus on our family and business and figure out how that can thrive even through this messed up situation. If we've never met before, my name's Alicia, and I'm a mom of three, and I'm a realtor and an entrepreneur. And this has definitely affected me. I've had to cancel a client appreciation event that was happening this weekend. My kids are off school for 2 weeks now. Yet I feel pretty good about this because I've learned through all the chaos in my life as far as having three kids under the age of 10 and summer schedule. I've really been able to nail some things that have helped me thrive through times like that, and I want to share them with you. There are some tricks and opportunities in this time that are really going to make this ride that we're on a lot smoother for you. And for me, it's all come from knowing what my 80 and 20 is. If you don't know what that is, don't worry, I'm going to help you through that. But really being able to nail that has made my life very simple when things got crazy. So first, this isn't a real estate prediction. Like, you guys know that no real estate agent is going to be able to really tell you, like, this is what's happening with the real estate industry because of the coronavirus, because nobody knows. So this is all about the things that you can do. So let's start with number one. On to the 80-20 rule that I mentioned. It's also called the Pareto Principle, and it's a rule that says 20% of your efforts gets 80% of the results. So 20% of the things that you do actually gets big results returns, whether that's for your family or for your business. And 80% of the things that you do get you the 20% of the results. So the key here is to identify the 20%, the things that are the core things that make your business tick and that make your family tick. What are those 20%, the core things that really things would really fall apart if you didn't do, and you wouldn't get results if these didn't happen? The 80% are like, yeah, it makes things go around, but it's really not the core and what like is the substantial stuff that gets you results. For me, building relationships is my 20%, and I can still do that with my phone from home on the computer. It's very simple to do. And for my family, it's quality time. And that'll be easy because we'll be together all the time. If you really want to dive into the 20%, identifying those, message me. I'm happy to talk about this. I love talking about this. And I also have a video that I'll put below, and it walks you through in detail the 80-20 rule. Once I really started to nail down the 20%, it literally changed my life. And I know if you take the time to really pin that down for yourself, that after this all goes back to normal, I believe it could blow up your business for you. Not to mention, make things a lot calmer and easier for you. Number two is the opportunity of people actually being home and around. I mean, tell me if you weren't feeling a little bit of relief when the sports and everything was canceled and your calendar went from full on every day to, wow, what are we going to do? We actually get to think about what we're going to do now. That is a huge opportunity for us, because what I know from being a real estate agent is families talk about big decisions when they're together. And a lot of times they don't have time to talk about it. So at this time, they're going to be together for so long, they're going to talk about big stuff. You want to be there listening and still connecting with those people. Don't go off the grid just because of what's going on. You still have the ability to listen to people, what's going on in their life, and connect with them. Pay attention to what your sphere is doing. Can you reach out and help? Can you send a direct message? Anyone that you've been thinking, oh, I wanted to send them a card or I wanted to call them, this is the time. One of the biggest opportunities with this is that no one's coming out for appointments, right? So you can maximize technology and say, hey, did you guys know that I can do Zoom? We can have a Zoom conference at home if you're thinking about buying or selling, and you don't have to go to any office or risk any germs. Just let me know and we can set up a time to video chat. Number three, while we're on the topic of videos, is to make videos. And I'm going to give you a very specific example that you can go do, and we'll get it all set up for you. So pick 4 neighborhoods that you would love to tour and show people in your database or on Facebook or on YouTube, these 4 neighborhoods around your area. And pile the family or your friends or whoever's you're sticking this out with, and someone can hold on a tripod the camera or your phone and just video the neighborhood. And it doesn't matter if there's noise, they're just doing the video, and then you can talk about the neighborhood once you get back. I mean, what else are you going to do? That is a very high productive activity, going around a neighborhood. And if you hate video, just do pictures and note things that are really amazing about the neighborhood. But to get everybody in the car, no one's touching anything, you're all together, and you're able to do this together. That's a huge opportunity, not just family and friends, but for your business, because community tours are a big deal. And if we've talked before, you may have known that I believe in this whole process of layering things. Like, I'm not going to do one thing that has one meaning. I'm going to make the most out of it. If you want to learn how to do that, I'll link the video below, and I'll put the picture up there for you. 4 is mostly family oriented for me, but as I mentioned with the layering, I always want to make the most out of everything that we do. So we're going to be in the next 2 weeks figuring out what our family wants to do. And the kids are going to help pick some hikes and what we're going to do. And we'll probably share that on social media, like, hey, what are you guys planning? This is what we're planning. And make that connection that way and help each other figure out what we're going to do with these 2 weeks. Because if you're not used to having your kids home for 2 weeks and they're different ages, sometimes you need a little help with finding activities that aren't at a playground. You're not touching a lot of stuff and having a lot of fun. So we're going to connect that way. And you could even make a group. It doesn't have to be hikes. It could be have your kids help you make TikTok. Or maybe you explore on LinkedIn and you've been meaning to. Whatever it is, share that, because this is a time when people are actually listening because they have a little extra time. So you might as well share and connect what you're doing so you get the most out of the activities that you're doing during this time. My friend Kylie Evans actually has a homeschooling channel, and she's going to be doing a video all about activities that you can do during these 2 weeks with your kids if you have kids school age. If you're interested in checking that out, I'm going to put her link below, and you should definitely check out her channel. Number 5 is my absolute favorite and pulls all of this together, and it's give yourself a break, right? This is not a usual period. This is going to be different, and it's going to look different than your last 6 months has looked, probably. Things are changing, and give yourself a break. Don't feel like you have to be rushed or like that you have to accomplish every single thing in the world in these next couple weeks or month or whatever it is. Sometimes when you slow down and give yourself permission to slow down, that's the precise time that you start connecting a lot of those dots. Just think about that. When you slow down a little bit, if you give yourself permission to slow down, sometimes the answers just come, and then you can move faster when you get out of that period. Do you feel armed to thrive during the next couple weeks in this chaos and whatever is going to go on? Let us know where you're watching from below and how the coronavirus is affecting where you live. If you've got people around you that are freaking out about this or that might need some ideas, please share the video with them so they can thrive through this period as well. And if you hit the subscribe button or the thumbs up, YouTube will share this with more people. Say hi.
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 Why say hi?
What are we going to plan to do, Zoe?
We don't know. We can't hear it.
No, you can't hear it. You don't know what we should do? We're going to be home together, Quincy, Mia, and you, and Mommy and Daddy.